Hello, welcome back to Garden of the Geeks. Today we're going to be making mango habanero mead. Now, I'm going to be using some orange blossom honey I got back here behind me. Pretty much everything you can kind of see is back here. We're going to be putting the mangoes in the primary fermenter today and letting that sit for about 2.5 weeks or until it's done carbonating. We're going to then rack it into a secondary fermenter, and that's when I'll add the mango. Now, that'll be a separate video, but let's get into this one because I got to still chop up the mangoes, and I'll show you a real quick, easy way to kind of tell which way the seed lies so you know how to chop the mango so you can get basically the most out of it. Now, if we can look down here, now, if you see the mango, it's got this real wide side. It's almost as wide as my complete finger. Now, if you flip it to this side, look, it's only about 3/4 as wide as my finger. Now, what that tells me is because the seed is basically a giant, basically covers most of the inside of this, the seed is laying like this. So if I want to get the best meat, I will cut a little bit off center, say about here, and just cut straight down. And nope, I hit the seed, unfortunately. And I'll do that, and I'll flip it to the other side and cut a little bit off center. This one actually has a very meaty seed, very wide seed. Let's move that out of the way. And then I cut that, and then you can kind of see the seed right here. We'll cut that out later, but first, show you how I like to get these out of here. Now, I need 2.5 pounds of mango puree for this. Easiest way to get this out is to gently score the mango, like so, and you just kind of flip it, and then you can just pop these pieces right off. Now that I've said that, this one is not quite as ripe as it could be, but you can see they're fairly easy to pop off, come off in nice little cubes. I mean, I'm not doing the greatest consistent cutting of it because I don't care. I'm going to be pureeing it. I'm just going to add this to my bucket over here. And now I'm going to go ahead and dice the rest of these up, and then we'll come back to you when we go to puree them and show you that step. All right. Thank you. Like I said, I will show you how to remove the seed and get as much meat off this as you can. First thing you're going to want to do is that little piece right there where the attached to the tree, you're just going to want to kind of get rid of that. And then I just like to kind of slice around the inside and basically peel it. This is a monster of a seed in this one. Holy moly. Then you can just kind of ride along the top of the seed and get as much off as you can. It is very fibrous right there up against that seed. Lots of little hairs and everything, but that's just a little bit extra that I would not have gotten otherwise. I'll clean that up too. Or if you have children, you can just give it to them and they'll eat all the pulp off of this. My son is probably disappointed I'm not giving this to him. All right, and that's that. I like to save these because if you scrape along, you can kind of tell there's an area that dents in just a little bit. You just scrape along this a little bit, and sooner or later you can expose it to where you can crack it open. Just a little bit. And if I can get my fingers in there. They're very... They don't want to give up their seed easy, let's just put it that way. Because this is basically just the housing for the seed. And then this... Ow. Well, I keep getting my fingers. There we go. That is what will grow your mango tree. You get all this off here. You can even, if you wanted to, gently clean all this light brown stuff off. I don't. Wrap it in a paper towel, wet paper towel, put it in a bag, put it in a warm spot for a couple weeks, checking it every 3 or so days. Boom, germinate that, plant it, you have a mango tree. Welcome back. We've gotten our mangoes chopped up. I'm going to use my Bamix to go ahead and make them into a nice juicy puree. Bear with me, this may be loud. You don't want it too pureed because you still want the must to get all around it, but the big chunks I have it in, I really don't want it in either. That should hopefully be a good consistency. We're just going to set this off to the side. We're going to bring our fermentation bucket around. Going to grab a scoop here and take all this out, and I already have some water in here, so this has all been sanitized and everything. And juicy. Stir it around a little bit. I'm going to set this over here out of the way. Now, I'm going to have to add my honey to the demijohn so I can shake it up, which means I'm going to have my daughter here hold a funnel over it. If you would, sweetheart. Let's see if this honey is willing to flow. It was pretty solid, so let us see what we get. Oh, this may or may not work. Okay, this is starting to become failing. So this is going to take a little while. My honey is raw honey from a local apiary, and it's thick. I don't know if you can see it oozing in there. I'm going to actually try adding some of this in here and see if I can stir it in. I do got to oxygenate it, so let's see if that'll work. You got to get the honey all dissolved into the water though, if you want to have a good mead. So that's why some people heat it, because it goes a lot quicker that way. Now, I'm not making a good strong mead. I'm only making this I'm only shooting for about an 8 or 9. because my wife doesn't like super hot meads. She likes the more mild stuff. So let's see if we can get that. Actually, it's dissolving pretty well in here. You know what? Let's just do this. Whew, that's thick. I'll just set that back there while I stir this. I know. So next time I know, I'll just stir it right into the bucket. Learned me a valuable lesson there. And knowledge is half the power. I have a solution for this. Well, what have we learned, boys and girls? Mix it in your fermentation bucket, preferably before adding your fruit and such. See, now we'll just need some hot water put in this. Give this a little bit of a stir for a few seconds. You really want to oxygenate your must to start off with. All right. Now I'm adding about 15 raisins so that the yeast has something to feed on. And then I'm using this yeast, but I'm not using the whole package this time. I'm using this yeast. Now I just want to put about, say, maybe a fifth of the package in. Just sprinkle it all over the top. A little more. And we'll just close that up, use it on the next batch. Go ahead and mix it in. And let's get our airlock and our lid. Put our lid on. I'll move this out of here so I don't get sanitizer all over it. Now I need to get this set up. Okay, Plug that right in the hole. And try not to do it like I just did. There we go, it equalized for the most part. There we go, it should come back to equalized. Well, as pressure in the bucket rises from the CO2, it'll push this back down here, so I'm not too worried about it, but I am going to rectify that. I'm sorry, I just can't. That's driving me nuts. Let's see if I can get that airlock off now. Okay. This time I'm not letting air escape. There we go. There we go. It still changed the levels a little bit, but now we put this away. I did not take a gravity reading. I got all the equipment out over here to take a gravity reading. I need to get better about that. So let's redo the airlock. Yay! I am my own worst enemy. All right. Huh. There we go. Of course. This is going to take a few moments, folks. Of course, the cheap bulb syringe comes off. Oh, hey, that one came pretty easy. Paid $1 for this at the closeout store, and you know what? I think we lost money on that deal. First time using it. Whatever. All right. Let's take our gravity reading. All right. Move this over here where it can be seen better by me. That can't be right. .058 or no 1.08, right? No, I'm sorry. It's 10. 1.6. We'll call it 1.06. 1.06. I'm gonna try me a little bit of this. We'll be uncouth. And then the rest goes right back in there. Let's see how it tastes. Oh hell, I cannot wait for that to be finished. That'll be good. Done everything right? Yep. Now we close it up. And we'll put this in the sanitizing bucket. Won't cap this so it doesn't. There we go. Now put it away in a cool, dark spot. Check it in about 2 weeks. If you don't see air bubbling through the tube, or you don't see, like, what'll happen is the CO2 will push up through here and push this down and raise this level up. So once this re-equalizes, you know, fermentation's done. But here in a day or so, you should see this push down and bubbles start coming out through there. So that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching, and remember, like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, everybody's a geek about something. Mead's one of mine. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.